Hi, this is Kim at BrailleBrain.com, here to answer another Braille-related question. Today's question is, what is a Cranmer Abacus and how do you use it? The Cranmer Abacus is an abacus used by the blind and visually impaired, and it differs from other abacuses in that there's a soft piece of cloth mounted behind the beads that prevent the beads from moving up or down inadvertently while the user is either trying to set or read a number. Next, I'll show you how to use it. With the abacus oriented horizontally, there are 13 rods. Rod number 1 is the first on the right. Rod number 2 is just to the left of the right side, and they represent place values, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and it goes all the way up to a trillion. If you probably can't see it, but there are dashes that designate every 3 to tell you your hundreds, your 100,000s, million, 100 million, billion, 100 billion, and trillions. But I don't. Okay, let's focus on rod number 1. Rod number 1 has 5 beads, and through the center of the rod is a counting bar. The 4 beads on the bottom of the rod are worth 1. We call them ones beads. The bead on the top of the counting bar is worth 5, and we call it a 5 bead. To count, we set the beads towards the counting bar, and when they touch the counting bar, they're active, and we count them. When they're away from the counting bar, they're inactive when we don't count them. Right now, we're in 0 position because nothing is touching the counting bar. If you push up a 1 bead, that means number 1. If you push up 2 ones beads, that's number 2, and so on. 3 ones beads is number 3, 4 ones beads is number 4. Now, if we want to count number 5, we don't have any more ones beads, so we need to make a 5 bead exchange. We make a 5 bead exchange by setting the 5 bead and clearing the 4 1 beads. So we say that in one sentence. Set 5, clear 4. And there's number 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's the extent of what we can do on the rod and the ones beads. If you want to add 1 more bead, you have to make a 10 bead exchange where you clear 9 beads down and the 5 bead up at the same time, and setting 1 bead in the column directly left. One, 2, 3, 4, set 5, clear 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, clear 9, set 1 left. That's 10. See if you can guess this number. 2 beads in the tens place and a 5 bead in the ones place, that would make 25. If you guess 25, you're correct. Let's try another number. Okay, can you guess this number? If you guessed 1,255, you were correct. Let's clear. Back to 0. Can you guess this number? If you guessed 999, you're correct. Let's clear all the beads, back to 0. Can you guess this number? If you guessed 2,511, you're correct. I hope that answers your question about what is a Cranmer Abacus and how do you use it. If you have any other Braille-related questions for your blind or visually impaired student or child, please submit them at braillebrain.com and I will do my best to answer them. That's it for now. See you next time.